Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a chit chat get ready with me video. It's a little bit more relaxed. I'm just gonna sit down and kind of just like go through this little makeup routine. I'm also gonna be featuring some Korean makeup products. I'm so excited to try these out. These are from Bixi, so I will link them down below. And yeah, if you guys wanna see how I got this look, then definitely keep on watching. Hi everybody, so I thought I would just sit down and do more of a relaxed kind of get ready with me video today. I'm going to be filming and then I think I want to run some errands also. So I just decided let's just sit down and do our makeup together. I've been wanting to run to Sephora to pick up like some new items. I recently just got a new concealer. I rebought the Kosas concealer. I really like the Juvia's Places one, but I was finding that they just were making me look really dry. I don't know how to explain it. I usually use them for like when I go to the gym, so which is probably what I will continue to use because like concealers are such a little product that you don't want to use it all at once. But since I recently repicked up the Kosas concealer, I can definitely tell the difference in quality. I'm gonna spray my brush with a little bit of setting spray, but I put my like cousin onto this Juvia's Place concealer because they're always doing sales, and I was like, you know what, just try this. Just try it out because I really like it. And she said that it reminded her of paint, which I thought was really interesting, but I kind of get it because it's not thin, but it's like the color's very opaque. And I just found that the Juvia's Place concealer it's been creasing so much underneath my under eyes. It just has been making me look very dry and patchy. And I noticed this winter, my skin has been super, super dry. And I was like, I don't like this. It's just making me look a lot older than I really am. And just like not really having the best sleeping patterns. I just find that my under eyes are just looking very hollow. It might also have to do with me losing some weight, but I just felt like the Juvia's concealers they're just not cutting it anymore. So I was like, let me retry the Kosas one. They recently came out with some new shades and I was like, let me retry it because the Kosas concealer is really hydrating. And I was like, let me just retry it. So I ended up rebuying it. I got the shade 7.3N. I usually use the shade 7. And I thought, let me go with a concealer that is like a smidge darker because the Juvia's Place one, I don't know if it's because my skin has been really dry or because I'm using like the topicals, the like fading dark spot serum. Maybe that's because like my acne scarring is getting darker, so my face is getting darker, and then obviously your face will get lighter as the scars start to lighten up. I don't know if it's because of that, but the concealer has just been making me look like dry. It's been making me look like I took the wrong shade of foundation and just put it all over my face. So this is my first time trying this shade underneath my eyes, and I'm trying not to pack too much product underneath because I don't want it to look like really cakey, and then I don't want it to crease too much. So I hope you guys are doing well. I feel like the last time I spoke to you was before Valentine's Day. So for Valentine's Day, my boyfriend and I were supposed to like redo like the whole Sushi 35 West thing, but I don't know if they were closed that day, but they ended up canceling our order, and my boyfriend had pre-ordered it like a few days before, so they ended up canceling it. So we didn't actually end up doing that. We ended up going with one of my second favorite things, which is a recent favorite, which is actually Wingstop. I don't know if you guys have tried Wingstop. I recently first tried Wingstop. I think it was like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I saw it because this girl was doing a mukbang and it just looked so good. It was like the chicken tenders, and I was like, oh my God, I have to try this because I'm a huge fan of chicken tenders, and the crunch, oh my God. So I tried it and I've been in love ever since, but I cannot eat it that much because you guys know I'm going to Korea soon and I'm really trying to like be on top of my weight because I want to fit into the clothes. I think that I will be able to fit into them, but I just want to have the best possible chance of fitting into them because most of the clothing is free size, so it's like one size fits all, and Asian sizing just tends to run a little bit smaller. So I was just like, let me set myself up for the best possible situation. So sadly I can't eat Wingstop like I really want to, but if you have not tried Wingstop, please try it. It is so good. Okay, this is what the concealer is looking like. It's giving medium coverage, so I'm gonna go in again. I remember this not being the highest of coverage, and I think I want to pick up the Huda Beauty color corrector. I wanted to buy it yesterday, but the Sephora location that I went to, they actually didn't have Huda Beauty products, so I think later on I'm gonna actually go to Sephora and pick it up. I figured I might as well just spend a little bit extra money on a color corrector so that way I can use less concealer products. So I'm gonna pick that up because I've been kind of struggling with my makeup routine recently. So I just think that might help me apply less product. And for me, I don't like pulling my concealer when it's bright too far into my inner corners because I feel like it makes my eyes look like far apart and it kind of makes me look weird. So I try not to pull the concealer in too much because I don't want it to be too bright. I like kind of like shear it out a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna use just a small brush and really tap off that extra so it doesn't look too cakey. And this is the Laura Mercier translucent powder in the shade Honey, by the way. And what I'm trying not to do is, even though baking really helps with my under eye concealer staying better, I find that when I'm baking with this color powder, it makes my dark circles, if like they're really bad that day, say, it makes them stand out more. So the powder, like this light powder, is sitting on top of like my dark circles and it's just creating a cast. And I'm gonna use this Charlotte Tilbury powder and just set the perimeter of my face. I think that the concealer did a pretty good job. I just also think I would want to go in with a color corrector just to make it look a little bit brighter. But for the time being, I'm gonna take a little bit of that Charlotte Tilbury powder because it's like one shade, half shade darker than me. I'm just gonna set it right underneath the eyes, just for some extra coverage. And I actually have been contouring my face a little bit differently. Usually like I will contour right underneath my cheekbone, but I was watching some like Korean makeup artists and the way that they contour people's faces, and I just found that this is more flattering, so I will just do it right here in this section. And I just find that that helps my face look better, like that contouring style looks better on me. I think my favorite part of my makeup routine is probably my nose contour and my blush. I just think that that really kind of like brings your face together. Okay, I'm gonna do some blush. My favorite blushes of all time are MAC blushes. I just think they do blushes so well. And I usually like to do a matte and a shimmery blush because I feel like it gives you kind of like a healthy glow. Do you guys remember when this brush was so popular all over YouTube from like the beauty gurus? I remember buying this brush and it is so itchy and I refused to get rid of it because it was expensive, but this brush is so itchy no matter how many times you wash it. It has so much fallout, and I used to have like the little like rectangle one too, and I just ended up getting rid of that because when you wash it, like soap gets stuck in the middle. But yeah, I've had that brush for years and it's just, I just don't understand the hype. You could just definitely get a better brush. So I like to use this brush liner. This is actually for your aegisol, which is like this like puffy part down here, and a lot of Korean people like to emphasize it. It like makes you look younger and cuter, but I like to use this for eyeliner just because the shade, it's like a brown, but it's like a gray brown. And I find when I line my eyes with it, it kind of gives the illusion that my eyes are actually that shape, as opposed to it looking like liner, if that makes sense. just because of the shade. It just kind of looks like your eyes are naturally shaped that way. So I do a little bit here on the inner corners, and I'll do like half of my lid. I won't go all the way in. Okay, so that is it for the face makeup. I'm just going to use my powder brush and just kind of push everything in right now. Okay, so I'm so excited to show you guys some Korean makeup products. So these products are from a company called Aju Cosmetics, and the actual makeup line is called Bixi or Bixi Beauty XX Young. And they sent me over their glitter like toppers as well as their lip tints. And I'm really excited because I really love Korean makeup. I just think like especially like the glitter and the lip tints, I absolutely love. I don't think that the face products are very inclusive. I'm hoping within the next few years they will start to be a little bit more inclusive, but I can always wear their eyeshadows for the most part and their lip tints. You can always find a shade for yourself. So I was so excited when they sent over these products. I'm a sucker for glitter, and I have 5 glitters here, but I think the glitter that I'm gonna be using today is this one. Unfortunately, they don't have actual names. They only go by numbers. So this number is E309, and these are the other shades. They have 2 golds. One's like a bronzy gold. This is like a regular, just like kind of yellow gold. This is like a dark purple, and then this is like a white silver. And then this is the shade I'm gonna be using today. It's like a pinky purplish color on the eyes. So I actually tried these shadows out yesterday as well as the lip tints, and they seem to have lasted pretty long. So one thing I did notice about these shades is the shade E312, which is like the darker purple, and the shade E304, I swatched them on my hand. They are more like a cream shadow, like it's like a satin finish, but the other 3 are more glittery. So that's just one thing I noticed. So I think that these 2 shades would be great underneath these like more sparkly ones. But the shade that I'm going to be using today is E309, and it is so pretty. So yesterday I just put a little dot on my eyes. These shadows would be really good for like liner also. And then I just used my brush. I actually used my finger yesterday, but I just used my finger to diffuse the product. And I want like something that looks pretty soft. And I like that it kind of gives a small wash of color, but obviously you can build it up to be this intense. I'm just gonna do the other side. And I'm actually gonna use my fingers to do the second part because I feel like that kind of helps the glitter stand out a little bit more. Very pretty. It's like a pearlescent shimmer. And I absolutely love glitter on the eyes. I just think it looks so nice. And I like that these are very user-friendly. So if you're not really used to using like cream or like liquid glitters, it can be a little bit messy, but it just blends out really easy and you can just really use your fingers. I think my second favorite shade is this E306. When you blend this out with your fingers, the glitter is really pretty. So very cute. And I'm just gonna curl my lashes. So I'm gonna use a brown mascara so that way you can see the eyeshadow better. I like to separate my lashes too, so I'll just run the mascara wand throughout them, just kind of separate them. Very cute. And then I'm gonna take a little bit of this shade. This is E301. This is like a white shade. And I think I'm actually going to mix it with this pink gold one, the one that I use on top of my lid. So I'm gonna put a dash of each. And I have this little liner brush. I'm just gonna mix them together because I want it to be lighter. And then I'm gonna go underneath and just put it right on my gizzard. I like a very like subtle glitter underneath the eye. Okay, so I got 4 different lip tints and I love lip tints. I personally have darker lips, especially like on the perimeter, and my top lip is darker than my bottom lip. So I really like lip tints because they kind of stain your lips to look brighter. And I think that these are great to put on like while you're doing your makeup, and then you can just wipe it off and your lips are stained whatever color you used. And I actually swatched these shades a few days ago and they were stuck on my hand. Like they lasted a really, really long time. These are the 4 lip tints right here. So going from my right to left, the first one is Cherry Coke Burgundy. The second one is Sunset Orange. The third one is Grapefruit Milk Tea. And the last one is Sugaring Pink. This is what they look like, by the way, when you blot them off too. So I think I'm gonna go in with Grapefruit Milk Tea and I'm gonna let it sit on my lips for a second and then I'm gonna wipe it off. But as you can see, it looks pretty much orange, but I wanna get that stained look. And I do have some chapstick underneath. One thing about lip tints is make sure that you exfoliate your lips really well, because if you don't, they will stick to like certain parts of your lips that are dry. Okay, so I'm just gonna let that sit for a second. I personally would not wear this just like this. I would have to like blot this down because this color is a little too vibrant for me, but the colors are very vibrant. But I'm just gonna let this sit for a few minutes. So I only had this on for like 2 or 3 minutes and it already worked. I personally like when my lips are all one color and I just feel like it looks a lot more flattering. I'm just gonna go on top of the chapstick. So I absolutely love this lip shade, but I think it's a little too bright, so I'm actually gonna try out the Cherry Coke Burgundy instead. Okay, I think this color looks a lot better. Okay guys, and this is the final look. I just curled my hair because my hair is a little bit dirty from the gym. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will make sure to link all the products that I mentioned down below, especially Big C. Make sure to go check them out. I really like their products. I think that they're pretty affordable and they also last a very long time. Like I said, these eyeshadows and especially the lip stains, like they last very, very long. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.